Hello folks, well we're going to do the field test for the Intek 520 hand portable, but we thought we'd just do the old aerial on it and see where its centre of excellence is, shall we say. And we've got the on the antenna analyzer. Where are we, Mr. Chippie?
Well, it seems to be, it bottoms out around 27.8-ish.
So that's probably channel 22-ish or something like that, yeah. UK. So there's some speculation, I've been told, that perhaps the aerial match is not good on UK channels, but it's actually more okay for UK channels than it is for CPT channels, so that's good news. So what is that SWR on there?
Well, it's not great, is it? Because there's no ground plane or anything.
No,
so
2.5?
Yeah, it's about 2.8.
So where does it start going to 3?
About 27.97.
Yeah, well that's channel 38, so that's yeah, that's all right. We're going to do this on all these time we do these field tests where they've got these rubber duck type aerials. So where instead of going out on channel 31, we'll go out on channel 21, and that will give it a fairer crack of the whip. So there you go. I thought you'd be interested in us doing that. Like doing field tests with customers' radios, at least it's a second-hand set, even if it is immaculate. And here we are with it. I've put alkaline batteries in it, which are the ones either from Lidl or Aldi, which, as you know, in our rather scientific tests we found work better than Duracell, and of course cost less. What I want to do, because we know the radio is doing 3.2 watts on the test set, I just want to see what it's doing on alkaline batteries, because if the vehicle adapter, which we've done it with, is 8.4 volts, I did the tune-up on the power supply also set to 8.5 volts, and we got 3.4 watts out of the radio. So on its own vehicle adapter, when we did the on-the-air test, we were getting 3.2 watts. And of course the radio worked fine. It'd be nice if the radio did 3.5 or 3.6 watts, but I don't know. So what we're going to do, we've put the alkaline batteries instead of rechargeable batteries, because at the end of the day they'll be 7.2 volts. And although you've got a switch at the back, that's the switch in the back is for the charging circuit. If you've got alkaline batteries and you put the charger into the top, then nothing happens. Whereas if you've got the rechargeable batteries, then that switch allows the little charger to go into the top. The other important thing to say, if you run this on the vehicle adapter, you've got to remove either at least one battery from it to disconnect the internal batteries. It does not disconnect the internal batteries, and that could be a huge problem to people not doing so. So I've seen that, I've read that in instruction books. So I'm going to just check the power output. I'm on channel 20, and we've got this on the 3 watt scale, so full scale deflection will be 3 watts. Here goes. And it's 3 watts. So if I go to 30 watt scale, it'll still be 3 watts. So there we are. It is 3 watts. On batteries, that's what it's doing. At the end of this test, I'm going to put the customer's rechargeable batteries in, and I'll just do another voltage test. We'll do another power test there. So you've seen that the aerial's centered around channel 20-ish. So I think if we start on channel 21, see whether that's usable. We might have to change channels. We're not going to use 31 because it'd be unfair, because the SWR is coming to the end of what's acceptable. Around 31 it's going to be 3:1. So the SWR, as we know, is 2.5:1 with this aerial, and this is the proper Intek one as presented with the set. That's why we're doing these tests. So we'll go over now to the proper test. Yeah, roger on that. There is somebody on this channel. Let's try 23. Tango 21.
Yeah, go ahead.
That seems better. There's foreign interference because of the weather conditions, so we'll go on this.
Roger that. That's set off now then.
Roger, dodger. Right, so here we are. We're using the customer's Rotel RVC 220, which is coming for tomorrow, so we need to get on with this. I said in the previous video, we've got a problem with our base aerial So the Midland 76900, which we normally use for these, I can't because I've had to take the aerial virtually down. And although we're all right using it for what we do to the base station at the end of the video, we're going to have interference. It's going to be a right problem.
Daycare entrance.
Yeah, roger on that. I'm going to have to find yet another channel.
Roger.
Tango 21. Tango 21.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can you go to 18, please?
Roger, going to 18.
The trouble is we're getting foreign interference. Sounds like Russian taxi firms.
What, you been on this channel?
No, this is all right at the moment.
Roger that. Right, we're just at Ancaster Crossroads, square wheeled.
Roger on that.
Right, I'm going to move again, just going up the hills.
Yep, roger on that. You know, if this was my own radio, we'd be curtailing this because the radio conditions are such that we've got foreign interference. But we're still going to have a good idea as to how this does work, but it's not the ideal day.
No, well, this is it. We've only got so many days to do this. I expect Chuck will want it back, so, you know, can't really pick and choose.
No, I mean, it's kind of him to ask us to do a field test with it because we don't normally get that with customer sets, and we wouldn't dream of using a customer set. At the end of the day, we could drop it and not be able to replace it.
Roger that. Well, let's hope I don't.
Well, there you go. I was thinking at my end as well. Right, I bet you're at the top of the hill.
Yeah, I'm just just pulling into hlll.
Okay. So, are you going to give me a call when you get out of the car? Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie at the top of the hill, testing the Intek H520 Plus.
Yeah, I just saw that, because of course I was still on channel 22 on the radio.
Roger. Well, I will tell you, that's not actually that good a signal for there.
It's not.
Negative? No. But there you are. We'll see what happens down at Scratchy Corner.
Yeah, well, you're fine to me, but that's going to be the way it is, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. I think it's S5, but I normally find that full power handhelds are a better signal from there.
Yep, roger that. Right, we'll move on to Scratchy Corner then.
Roger Dodger.
Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. H520 plus.
Yeah, I missed a lot of that because, of course, I was still on channel 22 on the radio.
Roger, well, I will tell you, that's not actually that good a signal for there.
It's not.
Negative? No. But there you are, we'll see what happens down at Scratchy Corner.
Yeah, well, you're fine to me, but that's going to be the way it is, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. I think it's S5. But I normally find that full power handheld are a better signal from there.
Yep, roger that. Right, we'll move on to Scratchy Corner then.
Roger, roger. On the move again.
Roger Dodger.
Right, pulled up at Scratchy Corner, so give me a chance to get out of the car and we'll proceed.
Roger Dodger, got you at Scratchy Corner. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie at Scratchy Corner. Mr. Chippie, do you copy? Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Just about got you breaking the squelch, but that's all. If you can just wave it around to get the best signal while I talk, and then come back to me. Tango 21 over. Roger, I did just about get that radio 1 and a bit at Scratchy Corner. So if you get back in the car, move on to the next point, please.
Chippie, Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie at Scratchy Corner. Mr. Chippie, do you copy?
Yep, copy loud and clear.
Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Just about got your braking disclosure, but that's all. You can just wave it around to get the best signal while I talk, and then come back to me. Tango 21 over.
Yep, Tango 21 just nearer to the signpost now.
Roger, I did just about get that radio 1 and a bit at Scratchy Corner. So if you get back in the car, move on to the next point, please.
Yep, roger that, will do.
Right, we're back on the move again. Going to go through Wilsford village.
Yeah, Roger. That'll be the absolute final one, I'm sure. Yeah, it's virtually unreadable, but you were able to move it around, and I got a better signal the second time. I presume I was copyable, okay?
Yeah, you're coming through fine to me. I just think it's, I think the aerial's a bit of compromise on that. You know, the ones who have been successful with the short ones have had a more substantial helical type antenna.
I think there's a set we haven't tested. I will check in the back catalogue. You know the Radio Shack 1014 and 1015, which are the Maycom ones, or the Maycom ones. I don't think we've tested any of those as field tests. And you know what? In the past we've had 10 miles mobile to one of those when Mark's been around home.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, that's something to do if you figure out what you've not done and have done.
I'd only need to do one. I mean, the 1014 is 40 channel, the 1015 is an 80 channel one. There's no difference in the radio or the aerial other than the way the synthesizer's programmed. So it is something to check up on. Because we've done all the other sets, and as you know, the President Randy has come out top, but not far behind has been the Thunderpole TX. And then we've had those things like the Joe Pix one, and then we only got to Scratchy Corner really on the Midland 42s.
Yeah, roger that. I'm surprised. I thought the Thunderpole would have been top, but I can't even remember. It was a while ago.
Well, we've got to remember the President Randy is very, very expensive. It's like £179. So it's twice the price of the Thunderpole one, and there wasn't much in it.
Alright, roger that.
If I was buying sets, I'd be buying the Thunderpole one because I don't like what President stuff. It's all, I don't know. It's all well overpriced for what it is.
Yeah, roger that. Right, I'm in position now at Wilsford level crossing lay-by, so I'll get out of the car and we'll try.
Yep, roger dodge it. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie at Rorsby level crossing. Tango 21 over. Yep, roger on that. I've got you at that point, and that's very, very readable over. Yes, roger, go over to the Kelby one. Yep, okay, catch you back in the car.
Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie. Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippie at Rorsby level crossing. Tango 21 over.
Yep, Tango 21, no problems copying you.
Yep, roger on that. I've got you at that point, and that's very readable over.
All right, there you go. So that's fine. So shall we try for Kelby?
Yes, Roger, we go to the Kelby one.
Roger that, off we go.
Yep, okay, catch you back in the car.
Well, there you go.
Right, we're back in the car and mobile again.
Yeah, Roger, well that surprised me. It was better than I expected.
Yeah, well, his signal to me was good, so, you know, I kind of thought, well, you know, even though I'm getting a good signal off you, you're probably not going to hear me again, but so that's surprising.
There's another side to this, you know. You can be out of the car with a walkie-talkie. You've got a radio in the car. You know, you're working outside, and you hear somebody over the walkie-talkie. So you go back to the car and respond to it, even though you're out of range of transmit. So they still have their uses.
Oh, yeah, you've got a point with that, yeah.
You're kind of overlaying what you can do on CB by having a hand portable. So I don't think it's going to work at the next point, but that's the 3 mile point. I think we're going to be putting this one down at 2.5, but we'll see.
Yep, well, not over till I hear you, or you hear me. Right, position at the Kelby turn.
Roger, got you at the Kelby turn. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie at the Kelby turn. Testing over. Now you're just breaking the squelch. You're just breaking the squelch, but you are unreadable. So if you can just try and waggle it round and get it into the best position, just give it another go over. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, you are unreadable, I know you're there. So that concludes the test. If you get back into the car, please, over.
Yep, Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. I'm receiving you loud and clear.
Now you're just breaking the squelch, but you are unreadable. So if you can just try and waggle it round and get it into the best position, just give it another go over.
Yep, Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. Are you receiving?
Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, you are unreadable, I know you're there. So that concludes the test. You get back into the car, please, over.
Yep, roger that, will do.
Yep, roger that.
Okay, well, I'll say 10-10 to you. That's as good as we're going to get.
Yep, roger that. Well, it worked anyway, so yeah, 10-10.
Just before you go, I was readable there, was I, over?
Yeah, fine, no problems receiving you.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know, at least you can hear on that kind of thing. So there we are. I think it works marginally better than the Midland Allen 42s. About on the par as the Joe Picks one, but not as good as the Thunderpole or the President.
Yeah, roger that. I think we've got a similar style antenna to the Midland 42s, haven't they?
I think you're right, yes. I think that's where it is. I'm looking at the Joe Picks one in front of me and it's more continuously loaded. So there we are. With a different antenna it might actually work better, but that's not what we're here to do. We don't test accessory antennas.
No, we've got a testing stock, but you know, if anybody thought, well, I've got one of these, I'd like it to work better, then maybe an aftermarket antenna would help.
It's certainly not the radio. I mean, we've done all these hand portables as an on-the-air test from the bench here on the roof aerial, and they've all done the 6 mile range test just like any other set. So you know it's down to the aerials and not down to the radios, over.
Yep, roger that. Well, like I say, when we did the on-the-air test with it, and I didn't know, and I thought it was a mobile set you were using, so there you go.
There you are, that's brilliant. Right, so 1010 then, thanks very much, and there we are.
Yep, roger that, 1010.
Okay, so there we have it, that's the conclusion. We didn't quite get to the Kelby turn at the 3 mile point, so you're looking at just under 3 miles on that stock antenna. We've tried our best, we've put the alkaline batteries in, we've gone to a channel where we know it's around the centre of the SWR on that aerial, but there you are. So yeah, competent set, and I'm pleased to have been able to test that, because it was the one on the list which we hadn't been able to do. What we're going to do is just demonstrate the speech processor of this radio. There was some interest, so I thought just before we publish this video I will do that. I've just checked the transmit power. If you remember, it was on the service bench, it was 3.4 watts. On when it was used with external power from the crocodile clips and the bench power supply at 8.5 volts. Using the car cord, it was, which has a built-in 8.4 volt voltage regulator, it's 3.2 watts, 3.2. On AA throwaway alkaline batteries, which we did on the air test, we did the field test with, it was 3 watts, and I've just tested it with the customer's own rechargeable batteries, fully charged and refitted, and it's doing just over 2.9 watts. So no difference anyway, so that's it. Just going to do the speech processor. We've put it back in its nappy, get that in shot.
Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. This is the radio on its built-in electret condenser microphone with no extra processing as we set it up on the bench. Testing 1 2 3. Now I'm going to select the transmit compressor. Tango 21, testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 with the modulation compressor, they call it. And then we go back to it as standard. So thanks for watching the Intek H520 Plus field test.
Just as a conclusion to that conclusion, I will just say that was on the radio's own aerial, so if there's any hum or anything, it's to do with other things, not the radio. So that was on its own aerial, and it was at the 1 watt setting.